In this episode, we're covering our favorite hikes in the Bernese Oberland region of Switzerland, which frankly is one of the most stunning places on the planet, in my opinion. These hikes all have the spectacular views without the intensity of a mountain climb, so let's check them out.
The Männlichen Kleine Scheidegg hike will give you great views of the entire area. Just take the train up from Lauterbrunnen to Wengen and then take the big lift up to the top of Männlichen. From there, you'll walk up the Royal Walk to an observation point where you can see all around. It is breathtaking, literally and figuratively.
So we are just coming down from the Royal Walk, which is just like a 20-minute journey from the top of the cable car coming up from Wengen. And it is stunning.
Yeah, it can't be more beautiful anywhere in the world than right here.
I've never seen such. We're kind of stunned out of words because it is just so phenomenally beautiful.
Maybe on the edge of out of breath, but it's mostly out of words.
Yeah, the air is much thinner up here, we've discovered.
And I think 7,700 feet, which is not crazy high, of course, but we're landlubbers, and that's part of it. First way.
Where we live, it's all flat, so This is all new altitude to us, but A-okay, this is pretty great.
After catching your breath at the top of the Royal Walk, you'll head back down for your hike to Kleine Scheidegg. And along the way, you'll experience the sights and sounds of Swiss mountain commerce. The sights are beautiful along the way, but do look at your watch on occasion and know the train schedule. The trains are a little less frequent from Kleine Scheidegg down to Wengen, so you'd hate to miss one by just a couple of minutes.
One of the things that caught us off guard while hiking in this region was our reliance on public transportation. We had a rental car that we needed to park at a train station for pretty much a week. You cannot access many of the villages or hikes by car, and the cost to use the trains, the funiculars, and the cable cars can add up pretty quickly. It's helpful to have a sense of what these travel costs will be in advance to determine if purchasing one of the discount options, such as the Swiss Pass or the half fare card, is worthwhile. We got the half fare card, and we were happy that we did. In this scenario, you would start out at Lauterbrunnen to get to the start of the hike and return back to the village. That cost would be about $44 per person. With the half fare card, of course, this cost would be reduced to $22. So in 2024, the half fare card was $147 per adult for 1 month usage. Children under 16 are free. So do the math to ensure that your savings will exceed this amount.
Another day, another lovely hike, this time on the North Face Trail, which is above Mürren on the other side of the valley from Lauterbrunnen. Trains and cable cars and such. From Mürren, we go up to Almethübel via funicular.
Our funicular ride.
After taking the funicular from Mürren up to Almethübel, we get out and walk around a little play area that's slightly above us, and that's filled with singers and musicians, people dressed up in traditional Swiss garb. Very pleasant. And then we begin to make our way down into Sonnenberg. The trail did not coincide exactly with what our All Trails app showed. A little seemed to have been washed out or maybe avalanched out during the winter time. But with a little bit of looking around, we found our way.
The North Face hike is the more challenging of the three we're covering in this episode. There are a couple sections that have a steeper incline, but a majority of the hike is downhill. You will also pass a number of farms along the way that serve food and drink. These are great places to stop, take a break, and just enjoy the fabulous view.
And heading into Mürren, it's a busy, touristed town, and it has been discovered.
The transit cost for the North Face hike is very similar to that of the Mannliken one, with about $45 per person before discounts. We did end up taking a wider assortment of modes of transportation, including funiculars, cable cars, and trains. This scenario is assuming again that you are departing from Lauterbrunnen and returning to the same place. Our third easy hike recommendation is more of just a walk. You can stroll through the stunning Lauterbrunnen Valley on a paved bike path on mostly flat terrain. This area is definitely wow-worthy, with a dramatic waterfall and steep cliffs on either side. You get jaw-dropping views with minimal effort. Lauterbrunnen is a transportation hub to the region and often is a home base for travelers due to its location and amenities. It can get quite busy and congested with tourists in peak season. Crossing the street can be a bit of a Frogger situation, but it's well worth a walk through town with the spectacular cliffs and waterfall as a backdrop. This hike begins just past Strabach Falls, which is the second highest in Switzerland. You also have the option to take a slippery path that leads under the waterfall. We were traveling the day of our hike and opted not to get wet. This area is a hot spot for base jumpers. We would regularly see people leaping off the cliffs and then floating down to the valley floor with their parachutes. Very cool, not on my bucket list anytime soon. And that's a wrap on our Swiss hike recommendations. If you enjoyed this video, please click like or subscribe and check out another one of our Switzerland experiences.
Thanks for watching Wanderlust with the Mackenzies. Tell your friends.
And happy travels.